everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am Tasha. I am the Single Spoonie Mom, and I do budgeting and planning videos on here, as well as talking about shopping and saving and everything in between. So I'm going to do something a bit new today, which is a mid-month check-in for the month of May 2020. I have not done a mid-month check-in on this channel yet, so if you like this, let me know in the comments and I will keep doing them. So to go ahead and get started, I'll flip to the month of May. And in May, my financial goals were to focus on my four walls, saving and paying off debt. We'll see how I have been doing so far with that. Turning the page. I have done all my paydays except for the one coming on the 27th. All my sinking funds went in, as well as I put a big deposit into my savings account of $727.05 to fully fund that savings account to $1,000 for emergency fund. And today I am doing the mid-month check-in here. Now here we go on this page. I did start off with a large beginning balance. If you didn't watch my my original budget with me video, that is because I got my my paycheck deposited early, as well as the stimulus check. So between those two, I started off with a large beginning balance. I have received the second check that I usually receive at the beginning of the month. I've received that. I have received one child support check. I also have received $35.98, which was a Vizio TV settlement for a lawsuit. That was the amount that I got for 2 TVs, so I did receive that. I was paid through PayPal for that. And then this $27.87 here is the amount that I received through PayPal from Ibotta. I cashed out my Ibotta rebates and put it into my PayPal account along with this, and then transferred that to my checking account. So as you could see here, everything has been paid. All the ones that I paid manually have been paid, as well as most of the direct debits that come out have been paid. The only thing that we're waiting for to come out of my account are on the 19th is Disney Plus, on the 20th is CVS Care Pass, which is one of my subscriptions, and on the 29th would be TrackPhone, which is my cell phone service. So that is approximately about $35 or so that I'm waiting to come out. Okay, moving over, this is the balances of all of my savings accounts, my emergency fund here, and all of my sinking funds for travel, education, Yule and Mesker Park, which is the zoo membership that we get yearly. It is not open yet, so I don't know when I will be renewing my yearly zoo membership, because I don't know when it's going to open up. It's due to be renewed, I believe, in June or July. But I have no clue what date they're going to open back up on. My monthly budget challenge here, I actually changed that. That was originally coffee at home instead of going to the store like Starbucks or a coffee shop or whatever and buying coffee out, making coffee at home. That was the original one. I already do that. I don't go to Starbucks very often. It's a very rare treat, usually when I have enough points to get a free coffee. So I changed this to avoiding buying K-cups. I'm really bad about that, just sticking a K-cup into my Keurig machine instead of using the reusable K-cups that I have and using regular ground coffee, which is much cheaper than buying pre-filled K-cups. So that is my challenge, and so far I have been doing good and I have not bought any K-cups. Moving on, as you can see, this is how I track my expenses. This is by week. So from the 30th to the 2nd, I usually go from Sunday to Saturday on each week. And as you see here, I like to do it by week instead of one long running list because it lets me know how much I'm spending and how many times I'm spending in a week. It's a really good at a glance, especially when I look at my my categories. I could tell that this week I ate out way too much. This was my birthday week. I ate out way too much, usually with delivery. I could also see how many times I'm going to the grocery store and spending money on groceries or spending money on my son and what I get him. So this is this past week, and as you could see, I did not spend very much at all. I did well, except for I did eat out again, which I haven't been doing that well with this month, and you will see in my breakdown how that is affecting me. So none of these are filled out yet. Moving on to my monthly budget worksheet. I don't enter in the take-home pay until I have those all added up for the whole entire month. Except for I do it when in the beginning of the month when I'm doing this worksheet to make it a zero-based budget, and then I just erase everything. I do it in pencil and erase everything. So as you could see here for fixed expenses, almost all of those have been paid. We're just waiting for a couple more to be paid on fixed expenses. All my debt has been paid. I paid off 2 credit cards this month and paid $50 on the other 3. For my savings, I have put all the money into my sinking funds as well as fully funding my emergency fund. So this is the total amount, $937.05 that I have put into savings, and I did that already at the beginning of the month. Now I'm going to have another large chunk of money left over at the end of this month, and I still have not decided what exactly I'm going to be doing with that. That is from the stimulus payment. I have not decided what to do, whether to put more into savings, whether to pay off the rest of my credit cards, which most of them do not have very high balances. I could use it to pay off the rest of my credit cards, or put it towards a medical bill that I have that is kind of high. I haven't decided yet. We will figure that out. So as far as going through and checking my variable expenses and seeing where I'm at for the month, this is something that I like to do mid-month. I add up everything from the weekly expenses, and that is why I color code it, because it makes it easy to add it up by category. I add everything up, I put it on a little sheet of paper here so that I could see where I'm at. So as far as home supplies, I'm really good. I'm at a low number, not even close. I doubt that I'll go over anything in home supplies unless I decide to make some big purchase, which I don't expect to do. Groceries, I am about $90 have left to spend. I should be able to finish out the month with that $90, but we'll see. I might go over slightly on that. Eating out, I'm at $144, which is already really close to my eating out budget for the month. So I would either have to not eat out anymore or just take the loss and go over on that. So we'll see. That might be over at the end of the month as well. Transportation is at $0. I budgeted 90. However, the buses here, I don't know if they're doing that everywhere or just here where I live, but they got some sort of grant or stimulus where the buses are not taking any money for rides. So anywhere that I've had to go, which has not been much, I haven't had to go too many places, just to the grocery store. The buses haven't cost me anything. So the amount that I've spent is zero. I expect, unless I need to, well, I do actually, I need to take an Uber to the hospital for my son's EGD, his procedure that he's having done. So I will need to take an Uber to the hospital for that, and that that will cost some money. But other than that, I don't expect to come anywhere close to my budgeted amount for transportation. For me, I am at $29.79, which is well below my $100 amount that I gave myself for allowance. I may spend it, I may not. I may be well below that at the end of the month. But I'm doing pretty good now. For my son, it's at $69.08. He got his allowance, and he spent all of that on games as usual. And I also had to buy him, because he's growing, I had to buy him some new clothes and some socks and things like that. So he is at $69.08. I will probably get him more clothes, so we will end up probably at the end of the month pretty close to this $100 here. For medical, I've just had prescriptions so far, so that's $16.15, and that is well below my budgeted $50. I don't expect to go over that. Business, that's $20.43. That is my Microsoft 365 for Microsoft Office, and also my Canva subscription. The overage on that is just basically tax, this 43 cents. That's basically just tax on there. So I am right at my $20 budgeted amount. For subscriptions, I have had one subscription come out. That is my Sit Spy, which is a tea subscription. Yes, I do get fancy teas sent to me every month, or most months. Sometimes I skip it. I also have CVS Care Pass that I'm waiting to come out. It should be for subscriptions right at $20 at the end of the month. Laundry, the bill is not due yet, so I have not spent anything on laundry. I already know that it will be well below $100. Fun money, there's no place to go. So we have not spent anything. I've asked my son if he wanted to watch any movies through Amazon Prime, by, renting movies, and he hasn't been into it. He's just been playing his games. So the fun money is at zero. I expect to be under the $25 as well again this month. So for the most part, the only ones that I am kind of iffy on is the groceries and eating out. So my food budget is probably going to go over for both, maybe. Depends on how thrifty I could be at the grocery store, which I usually can be pretty thrifty at the grocery store. I just haven't been as worried about it because, again, we have the stimulus money come in, so I haven't been as thrifty about it. For those that don't know, my son has some food allergies, and he has eosinophilic esophagitis. So we have to be careful about what he eats. He is on a dairy-free diet, and I also do not give him too many things that have preservatives and stuff like that in there. I also have Crohn's disease, so I'm very careful about my what I eat as well. So usually we're really thrifty about what we eat, but this month, having the stimulus, I have been able to kind of buy some things that are healthier and that we wouldn't normally buy on a very strict budget. So that's gone over what it would normally be for, because it's 163.36, so it should actually be closer to 125 for mid-month check-in, but it's over just a little bit, and that's okay because I do have that extra amount, and I will figure out what I'm going to do with that, with whatever is left over at the end of the month. I'll figure that out at the end of the month. So there you see it, my mid-month check-in. Everything is going well so far. Why don't you let me know in the comments below, one, if you like seeing a mid-month check-in from me, and two, if how your mid-month check-in has gone. It is the middle of May. Are you keeping close to your budget? Are you going over? How are you spending your stimulus checks? Let me know. Just send me comments. I'll always respond to every comment that I get, and I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, please like this video and subscribe. It'll help me out a whole lot. I'm a new channel and I'm trying to build it up, so I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. Thank you, and see you soon.